Hi, Deborah. How are we doing today?
I am doing just fine, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, doing well, doing well. How's this past week been for you?
It's been pretty good. I was working on, you know, looking for a job and whatnot. And then my mom came over for a visit and she was like, are you sure that you're ready for a job? Are you sure that you can handle it and handle it
Mm,
physically? And I thought about it, and she's right. I don't think I'm quite ready. I
mm,
don't. I know I don't want my parents to pay for everything forever. And,
mhm.
I do appreciate that they let me live here and pay for everything. But I think she's right. I think it's best if I just wait a little bit longer, maybe lose a little bit more weight, and just
Mm.
maybe get more, in a better, healthier place before I start looking for a job.
How'd that feel when she asked you about trying to force you to get a job or
Well,
really looking at you push up there?
mom's right. She's right. Like, she's usually right. And I think I was just, rushing it. So it's probably best that I just, slow down and, take a little bit more care of myself and focus on me rather than, pushing to get a job.
Hmm. I imagine some of the comments that were made to your mom and wanting to get your job. There has to be a little bit of some push there to maybe kind of get you out of the house. That Does that come off the same to you? I'm just kind of tuning into that a little bit as you're talking.
Oh no, my mom and dad pay for my house. I don't live with
Mm,
them. I live in a house that they own, that they pay for, and they pay all my bills. And I
mm.
mean, they're fine with it.
Okay. Oh, I want to go back just a little bit. You said something earlier that was really interesting. You were talking about how your mom doesn't want you to move out or get a job.
Yeah. Well, not move out. I'm going to live here
Mm,
no matter what. Like, I don't think I said that, but I might have. But no,
mm.
she said that she didn't, she just asked if I felt like I was ready or healthy enough to be able to hold down a job.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. And what do you think?
Well, I think she's right. I should probably just, focus more on getting healthy and, eating better and that sort
Mhm.
of thing so that when I do get a job, I can, have my best chance of actually like keeping it long term.
Mm. So it sounds like you want to get a job, but you feel like you still have some stuff that you need to work on to get there. Does that sound right?
Yeah, yeah, I think she's right. I think I do just need to focus on this other stuff first before I try and, worry about a job.
Okay. I've heard you say a couple times that you need to work on some of these other stuff and that you kind of just need to get healthy. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, like you can see I'm like really overweight and um I don't eat very well. I drink a lot of soda and honestly, like food has always just been like a comfort for me and I really need
Mm,
to find a way to break that so that I don't, eat when I'm bored or eat when I am upset because I just turn to food for everything. And so I really just need to not do that anymore and be healthier
mhm,
so that, the physical demands of going to work every day. So, I can get out of bed before 10 o'clock and go to a job and, be there for 8 hours or 9 hours or whatever every day. And I
mhm,
can physically handle doing that.
mhm. It sounds like the food and the eating is something that is a sort of a really present thing in your life, and it appears to be having some impact on how you're sort of feeling and how you're able to wanting to desire to get a job, but feeling like that's also a barrier for you. Does
Yeah.
that sound right?
Yeah, definitely. I've always struggled with food all of my life.
Hmm. Maybe you can give me a little bit more information. When you say you struggled with food all of your life, what does that look like?
Well, I eat too much and I tend to eat a lot of sugary junk food and like
Hmm.
sodas and stuff. And I know they're not good for me, but like I just feel better when I have them, at least temporarily.
Hmm.
But I mean, I just don't like people telling me anything about the way I eat. So I usually eat by myself as much as possible. And
Hmm.
I tend to just eat a lot because I mean, it's just me at home by myself all day. And I just
Hmm.
eat all day.
And how does that make you feel when you're at home and eating?
Well, I mean, well, part of the time it makes me feel good. Like it gives me comfort. But then later, I feel pretty terrible.
Mm. What would it look like if you didn't have food for you there? Is that sort of comfort that you're talking about?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I would get that comfort from because no one's always done that for me. So I don't know.
Hmm. Hmm. And I guess I'm just trying to get a better understanding that, there's certainly, it sounds like there's a lot that we can work with when it comes to eating and maybe your relationship with food, because from what I'm hearing you say is you have some really strong goals, and that you're very motivated, and you have a strong desire to be able to want to get this job, but that you feel like this struggle and this challenge that maybe you've been having to balance throughout your life with food and your relationship with food has maybe been preventing you from accomplishing some of these other things that you've wanted to do.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I don't want to live like this forever. I don't want to be, I mean, I'm already 30. I don't want to be, 35, 40, still having my parents paying for everything. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, I really want to get a job.
Hmm.
But I think my mom's right. I think I should probably just focus on getting healthy and stuff first.
Hmm. Yeah, you've mentioned that a couple times. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about your relationship with your mom. What does that look like for you?
Um, I mean, like I don't have a lot of friends, so I have my mom. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, it drives me crazy that she makes me call her before I go to bed and she makes me call her when I wake up in the morning. I mean, I think that's a bit extreme, but I mean, she does pay for everything and she's always there if I need her. Oh, but I hate that sometimes when she wants me to do something, she'll bring up the fact that she needs me to do it because she does all these other things for me. Like that, oh, that drives me crazy. And then she makes me take care of my aunt sometimes, and my aunt's an alcoholic, and I just don't want to be around that. But she always makes me feel guilty because she always says, I do all these things for you, so you need to go do this for me. I hate
Hmm.
that part. But I mean, if I don't, I spend a lot of time with her. If I don't have anywhere to go or anything to do, I call my mom.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I think we're almost out of time, but it sounds like, just kind of based upon what you've talked about, there's a lot that we can really work with, and we can kind of focus down more on looking at how we might be able to help you get to where you want to go. And the rest of, we can talk more about that the next time we meet. Does that sound like a plan?
Sure. Thank you.
Awesome. You're very welcome.